One Take Wine, and we're back. Welcome to the another edition of Looking Straight Up My Nose. That's the angle we're using today. It's just the easiest one for my setup, so apologize if it's too much information. TMI, up the old nostrils. Anywho, we had a wine tasting last night. There was a lot of wines. There was 9. Was there 9? I believe there was 9 to 10 different wines, including 3 champagnes, which I'm going to take another time. I mean, I've got notes on them. I couldn't really do a video about them. Maybe I'll somehow or other provide written assessments of each of them. I guess the highlight of it, according to everybody, was one of the bottles I brought. The bottle I brought, which was the 1992 Clos Special Selection. Wonderful wine. Generally, it was 97 to 98 points, according to everybody there. We tasted everything blind. Good group. Everybody had their own different wines and came with some really interesting things. I mean, there was some clearly very compelling and rare sightings there. So maybe not all of the top guns, but definitely a good time was had by all. So when I got home, we were a little thirsty. We had some beer, and after a beer, we were back into some wine. So I opened this last night, and I'm not going to be popping lots of bottles today, obviously, after having such a heavy session. But the bottle I popped was my backup bottle in case something went wrong with the 92 Clos Special Selection. Nothing went wrong with that one, I can guarantee you. So I popped this to kind of finish off the evening. It was the 91 Gevrey Chambertin Clos Saint-Jacques from Domaine Esmonin. Interesting wine that I found at auction, going for a crazy price, and I think it's because of the vintage. 91 was not super popular, but I know 91 was quite okay in Burgundy, or for good Burgundies. And boy, look at it. You probably can't see the color, but it's got the the faded dark fruit color, clearly aged. Today it's picked up a little bit of root cellar on the nose, but yesterday there was none of that at all. Yeah, it's an old school Burgundy. It still has lots of life. It was open. It's been open overnight now. Lots of lovely, sweet strawberry, wild strawberry fruit. Very light on its feet. Very minimal, very classy. Lovely length. Not the most energy. It's not going to get any better in the bottle. If I had them, I'd drink them now. But this is what, this is one of those cases of an older Burgundy that does what it's supposed to do, and that is to sort of lightly, very finesse-like, deliver the proper wine experience for the class it's in. And this is a Premier Cru. It's not a Grand Cru, so this is not a Clos Saint-Jacques that you would consider. Some people say that Clos Saint-Jacques is a super Premier that could also go up to Grand Cru. I would not call this a Grand Cru wine in this vintage, so maybe in another vintage, but not this one. But it's definitely Premier Cru. It has a lot of class. It's lovely. It's lovely and faint. It doesn't go on and on and on, but it charms. It does its thing. It leaves. It comes back in. Leaves again. I like it a lot, and it was a perfect way to run the night because we hadn't had any Burgundies. So I'm at the end of the bottle. There's a bit of sediment. I think this glass of wine is perfect for today. It's light. It's got some old world presence, some historical value. It's in presentation shape. A lovely wine, and I highly recommend it if you get the chance to try. All right, that's all for this one. I doubt there's going to be more bottle popping. Maybe I'll do something about the wine, the group tasting from yesterday. If not, see you next time. We have a lot of promising ones coming up. It's a good month to be a wine lover. See you then.